instructions which is given. So first point is that you have to color the letter keys in pink. So you know what are the letter keys, right? You have to color them in pink. Next is color the number keys green. You have two places where you have the number keys on the top and the right corner. You have to color them in green. Next is color the spacebar key blue. The longest key on the keyboard, you have to color it in blue. Next is color the delete key in orange. You know, there are two delete keys. You have to color the two delete keys in orange color. Color the backspace key brown. There is a backspace key at the right corner of the number keys. You have to color it in brown. Next is color the caps lock key in red. So you have to color the caps lock key which is in the left corner. You have to color it in red. And rest all other keys you have to color it in yellow. So the keyboard should be colored accordingly and it will be looking like this. That is the activity which is in page number 34 of your textbook. Next, what is a keyboard? Everyone knows what is a keyboard. The keyboard will look like this. Keyboard, it is an input or output device. It is a input device which we learned in our last unit. And we have many keys or many buttons on the keyboard. What are those buttons called as? Those buttons are called as keys. We have many buttons on the keyboard and those buttons are called as keys. What is the use of keyboard? We can type letters, we can type numbers and also symbols. We can give commands to the computer and we can also play games using the arrow keys in the keyboard. Whenever we press the key on the keyboard, what will happen? All the letters, whatever we press here, will appear on the monitor. We can see it on the monitor. It is an input device. We have many buttons called as keys. We can type letters, numbers and symbols. We can give commands and play games. When we press the key, it will appear on the monitor. Whatever we are pressing here will be shown on the monitor. It's alphabet or letter keys. The keys which are having the letters from A to Z are called as alphabet keys. The other name of alphabet keys are letter keys. And what is the use of these keys? It is used to type words and sentences. We all know there are 26 alphabets in English. So, there are 26 alphabet keys in a keyboard. And how are they arranged? It is arranged in 3 rows in a keyboard but not in a correct order, in a jumbled order. So alphabet keys are arranged in this order. It is not in a alphabetical order, it is in jumbled order. The keys that have letters from A to Z on them are called as alphabet keys. The other name of alphabet keys are letter keys. What is it used for? It is used to type words and sentences. There are 26 alphabet keys. How are they arranged? In a jumbled order in the 3 rows of a keyboard. The next type of key what we are going to discuss is number keys. So the keys that are having numbers from 0 to 9 on them are called as number keys. The other name of number keys are numeric keys. And what is the use of this number keys? We can type numbers. So in this keyboard at 2 places we have number keys. One is on the top of the alphabet keys and the other one is on the right side of the keyboard and it is called as numeric keypad. So the keys that are having the numbers 0 to 9 on them are called as number keys. The other name of number keys are numeric keys. What is the use of it? We can type numbers. And in a keyboard at 2 places we have number keys. One is at the top of the alphabet keys and other one is at the right side of the keyboard. And that is called as numeric keypad. Next part is gain knowledge part. A standard keyboard will have 104 keys on it or more than that. And also the keys which have both letters and numbers on them are called as alphanumeric keys. In some keys there will be only letters. In some keys there will be only numbers. But in some keys there will be both letters and numbers and they are called as alphanumeric keys. Next is think and answer part. First one, a keyboard is an dash input or output device. Answer is input. Second one, we use a keyboard for dash, singing or typing. Answer is typing. So you have to write typing in the second dash. Third one, there are dash alphabet keys. 26 or 28? Answer is 26. Fourth one, the number keys are also called dash, numeral or numeric keys. It is numeric keys. Special keys. Special keys means there are some special keys to perform special tasks on the keyboard. So first one is enter key. What is the use of enter key? Now, for example, I am typing on the keyboard. If I want to go to the next line, I will use this enter key. The other name of enter key is return key. What is it? Return key. There are two enter keys on a keyboard. So what is the use of enter key? When I am typing on a keyboard, if I want to go to the next line, I will press enter key. Now for example, I will write my name is. Now I want to write my age. I am dash years old. So I want to go to next line, right? So I will press the enter key. The other name for enter key is return key. And how many keys are there on the keyboard? There are two enter keys on the keyboard. The next key what we are going to discuss today is caps lock key. What is the use of caps lock key? It is used to type capital letters. So when we press the caps lock key once, it will get turned on. When we press it once again, it will go off. So there will be a small green, blue or orange light on the keyboard. When we press the caps lock key on, light will blink on the keyboard. When we press it once again, the light will go off. What is the use of caps lock key? It is used to type capital letters. So once we press the caps lock key, it will go on, and once again when we press it, it will go off. When we turn on it, a light will blink on the keyboard, and when we press it once again, when it is off, the light will go off from the keyboard. So today we have discussed two keys, that is enter key and caps lock key. Enter key to go to the next line. We use enter key. There are two enter keys and it is also called as return key. Caps lock key means to type capital letters. We have to press it once, it will turn on, light will be on, and when we press it once again, the light will go off and the caps lock will be off. Delete key. Delete key means it will delete the characters. Characters means letters, numbers or symbols. To the right side of the cursor. What is a cursor? When we type something, there will be a blinking line on the computer, on the monitor. And that blinking line is called as cursor. So if any letters or numbers or symbols are on the right side, we will use delete key to delete it. This is where the delete key present. Did you see? This is how delete key will look like. And we should be very careful while using this delete key. Why? Because if we select something on the monitor and then without knowing if you are pressing the delete key, what will happen? Everything will be lost. Whatever we have selected, that will be lost. Next is backspace key. Backspace key means this will also erase the characters. Characters means numbers, symbols or letters. To the left side of the cursor. Delete key will delete right side of the cursor. Backspace key will delete whatever is present on the left side of the cursor. And this is how a backspace key will look like. So backspace key will delete the characters to the left side and delete key to the right side. Next is page up and page down key. If I am typing in a document, in a complete page. So I want to move the page up and down. For moving the page up and down, we will use page up and page down key. This is how the page up and page down key will look like. We can move the page up and down. The next key what we are going to discuss is shift key. There are two shift keys on the keyboard. How many shift keys? Two. And we cannot use the shift key alone. We have to use the shift key along with some other keys. Now for example, I have to type the symbol @ Then what will I do? I'll press the shift key and also I'll press the number key 2. Then only that simple @ will be displayed. So how many shift keys are there? There are two shift keys. You can see that blue mark here. And we cannot use the shift key alone. We have to press the shift key along with some other keys. Now for example, I have to type @ Do you see that symbol at the top of 2? First I have to press the shift key, then the number key 2. Then this @ symbol will be displayed. So this is the use of shift key. Arrow keys on the keyboard. They will be marked with arrows. And there are 4 arrow keys on a keyboard. What is the use of these arrow keys? It will move the cursor. What do you mean by cursor? Cursor means it is a blinking line. Whenever we type on a keyboard, we see a line that is blinking on the monitor, and that line is called as cursor. So to move that line, we use this arrow keys. The arrow which is mentioned in that keys, they will show us the direction where this cursor want to move. Cursor means the small blinking line which is helping us to type letters, words or symbols. So now we will see what are the types of arrow keys. First one is up arrow key, and this is a picture of up arrow key. Up arrow key means it will move the cursor up by one line. If I am typing more than one line in a computer, then if I want to move the up line from the second line, I will use this up arrow key. Next one is down arrow key. This is a picture of down arrow key. It will move the cursor down by one line. Now I want to come to a second line. I will use this down arrow key. The next type of arrow key is left arrow key, and this is a picture of left arrow key. When I am typing many words, there will be letters, right? So if the blinking line, that is cursor, if I want to move that cursor left by one letter, then I will use this left arrow key. Next type is right arrow key. So the blinking line, again if I want to move to the right side, then I will use right arrow key. It will move the cursor right by one letter. So these are the 4 arrow keys, that is up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key and right arrow key. Next part is gain knowledge part, and here it is mentioned that what is a cursor. Cursor is nothing but it is a small blinking line on a monitor. Whenever we type on a keyboard, a small blinking line will come after each word what we type. Okay, and that is called as cursor. So wherever this cursor is there, we can type a letter, number or symbol in the monitor using the keyboard. So cursor means small blinking line on a monitor. Function keys. There are 12 function keys on a keyboard. How many function keys? 12 function keys. On each function key it will be written as F1 till F12. And each function key will have different job to do, different functions. Each function key, F1 will have a different function, F2 will have a different function. Likewise till F12 each function key will have different works to do. Did you see that blue color? Those are the function keys. That is a place in the keyboard where the function keys will be present. So how many function keys are there? 12 function keys, and on each key it will be written as F1 to F12, and each function key will have different job or different work to do, and it will be present on the top of the keyboard. Brainstorm part. What is the difference between a typewriter and a keyboard? The only difference is that the typewriter will not have this function keys, but a computer keyboard will have the function keys. Next is computer etiquette part in this unit. We should not play near a computer. What will happen if you play near a computer? The monitor of the computer is very delicate. Delicate means it will easily break. So if you play near a computer, the objects with which you are playing will hit the monitor and there are chances to break the monitor. So the computer etiquette part in this unit is you should not play near a computer as the monitor is delicate. It may break due to some solid objects hitting on that.